Hey guys. So, different scenario behind me. I was cold over there at the table. I moved my computer. I was not going to sit there and freeze. So, we have a lot to talk about. And I can never fix my hair when I'm sitting here. When I'm on the. We have absolutely a lot to talk about. I'm gonna need those other notebooks that I couldn't grab. Um, First of all, Faith First Farm. We are
One's here. Over here.
that stack. Oh. If you guys haven't gotten the gist of. Sorry, I gotta sit. I have a pillow behind me, but I know my back between my shoulder blades is gonna be hurting really bad, but I absolutely could not sit at that table. It's just too cold. It's weird because it's not frigid outside. It's drafty enough in here to where it's just too cold for me to sit over there. Way too cold. So, yeah. It's my new shirts I bought at Goodwill yesterday. I get so messed up in front of the live thing. All right. Yeah, if you guys had not gotten the gist of things going on, there's a possibility that we will be going out to Pennsylvania to hopefully buy a homestead out there. Full-time moving? No. We will have two. Why? Well, because Chloe and Zach are going to be moving. And I really, really, really want them to have a safe place to go to be able to self-sustain in the event of grid down. And it's coming. Like, I don't know when, but it will. And I want them to be able to be safe and be prepared. Plus, it'll give them a home to home property to live in, live on, and raise and grow their own food for a healthy family. So, will we be out there quite a bit? Yeah. I am working on right now getting, and I know I've said this many, many times, but I'm finally getting those steps into play of getting the businesses right there. No, I still don't have money to work with. I'm struggling hard right now. Like it's bad. It's not it's bad. I don't have money to work with much at all. My bank account is actually under right now. Which I might just have to let Scott's check take care of that. I don't know. I had to get some stuff from Meyer today and had to dig into the MyPay and my savings. There's only $22 on my savings. Like, there it is. You know, we don't have a whole lot right now. But on the flip side, what we're working towards. Now, I'm going to be going for my art gallery 100%. I have some. I'm just going to pull. I'm going to pull this up. And I will be pulling up videos because we've got to talk about things that are going on. I can't flip the computer so you guys can see the TV very well. So you just have to listen. Sorry, I'm really tired, you guys. Sorry.
You know what?
Boots, get down. Get down. Really? This is such a brat, I swear. Sorry. Okay. I am so tired. All right, I want to show you guys, first of all, the group I started on Facebook, Homesteading and Gardening. If you're not, I don't know if you're on my Facebook page or not. Look this up. It will show up now. It's just called Homesteading and Gardening. Only I spelled it wrong and I can't change it. So instead of the M in homesteading, it's an N. So it says homesteading. But it will show up. I'm in the process of getting, like our homesteading journey on here. Ooh, my gosh, I'm tired. Holy crap. Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to figure out where something is at and saved. I am tired, I really am. Faith First Farm. Hey, why are you not showing? Reels, okay. Okay, for some reason it's not showing up. Hmm. Maybe this is it.
You have heard about the mastery program and even thought about taking.
That's not what I was. Okay, I have. Wait, there's that one. All right, I don't know. I was gonna try to pull up what I had just found, or what I keep running across. I know I'm not explaining myself very well, but it's literally this one: Professional Artists Association. This one is most galleries move quickly when reviewing portfolio submissions. Certain mistakes get skipped immediately, not because the work is bad, but because the submission isn't prepared properly. The 4-day Gallery Ready Challenge shows you how galleries actually review portfolios, what red flags to avoid, and what needs to be in place before you apply. All right, so this is actually like getting stuff together to be able to go into professional gallery. I have my own, so, but it's also like I've run across some different now this is like a creative career thing. All right, sorry. I don't mean to like not be talking about anything right now. I'm trying to tell you guys I am working on getting my paintings professional ready, I guess, to where I can get my art gallery professionally set up. So, and I'm going to be leaning on my art gallery and my paintings a lot. I'm not going to watch this video. Sorry, I'm trying to like I got offered another guide for getting into this kind of thing. Anyway, I was trying to pull up what I was talking about to show you guys what I've run across, but I can't really find it, so go figure on that one. But yeah, I'm working on getting my gallery set up professionally. And excuse my hair. This side of it is totally messed up. I made up my mind. Well, I'll tell you guys that in a minute. I'm all over the place today. Excuse me. Yeah. I'm working on getting my art gallery set up professionally. My website is already going. I actually have not been on my website in a minute. Yeah, my website is actually up and going. I do have to finish setting up my payment methods and stuff. So I was just checking my website. But yeah, the website is actually up and going. On the online store, you can actually order my paintings. There is the other one as well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the and I know no one's on here right now, but website on here. It's not. See if I can do a copy and paste thing here. We'll do it this way instead. It didn't highlight it. Okay. Well, we're gonna copy and paste the garden and home Faith First Farm Garden and Homestead website because that's gonna be the informational area. So there's also, sorry I keep disappearing on you guys. Give me a second.
Guys, here's my thought on this, okay? I'm not a young man. You can tell I'm not 18 years old. And if I go in somewhere to buy something with an 18-year-old requirement, what do I have to do? I still have to provide identification, right? I'm not a young man. You can tell I'm not a juvenile. What tells you that? Well, it might be the white in my beard. It might be the wrinkles around the corners of my eyes. It might be my smile lines right here because I'm such a happy smiler. Any one of these things will tell you I'm not young. And yet when I go in somewhere, they are required to ask me.
All right, guys, I just added the link for his channel, Full Spectrum Survival.
Yes, I vow that I'm over 18 years old. And it's the same way that if you can do that, why can't we have voter identification if you prove you are an American citizen? And don't forget, a lot of our states tried to get rid of that in action because what did they do? Well, they tried to give everybody an identification. Whether you're a criminal, illegal, predator, trafficker, drug addict, drug peddler, they didn't care. You get an ID. It was like Oprah Winfrey giving out cars.
Yeah, I know there's nobody in here. The lives I've done during the day,
Nurses.
I don't do them during the day because nobody's on here. But
anti-government.
I have my class thing at the church tonight, so
I just told you they are choosing sides. Now this video, image that you're
And
seeing
I
behind
am
make you
doing
real.
a painting
Amazon has announced that they're going to lay off
today.
not 500, not 300 people, 16,000 people because they say that artificial intelligence and the
I am
edge
really
that
tired.
Amazon.
Oh, there's someone on. Cool.
is
Hi,
encroaching
whoever's
on their
there.
business plan. Now, years ago, as soon as AI started picking up momentum, what did I tell you? They were going to get rid of jobs. Now everywhere. UPS dropping another tens of thousands of people. FedEx, every employer is trying to use AI to get rid of physical humans. What's the end game there?
Yep.
This video is reported to show
My
people
my
into a
squishmallow.
private business that was
Aaron got me that.
federal agents. They tried to shut it down.
My connection keeps bouncing for some reason.
He had enough time to be funded by a group to make this t-shirt. I don't know if you've ever went to get a t-shirt made, but in most cases, for the majority of people, it's not something that you can walk into Walmart.
That's another thing I'm actually going to look
He had
into
enough
doing
money
is getting a
to set
screen
this up.
printer
These people are being
for
by someone else. I'm sure that Russia and China have their
printing
greedy little
different-
fingers inside of the
different
downfall
types
the
of
United
shirts.
States.
I don't spend a lot of time
And different
doing this
merchandise.
like this, unless I'm, I don't know,
Gonna try to get my
recommending a
business cards
solution
next
or-
week.
or telling you to get your kids vaccinated. I feel like I can't stay silent, and neither should you. There's something horrible going on in our country right now. And we have one of the greatest countries in the world.
And to stop that happening,
All right, I'm gonna pause that for a minute. This is the screen printer I'm looking at, you guys. Multi-functioning combo heat press machine. Excuse me. Different types of things you can do with it. This is what I'm gonna try to get. This is $170. But I can print like cups and mugs and there's a t-shirt, look, t-shirts. But you can do plates and bags and insulated thermoses, mugs, shirts, hats. I just figured it would be cool to add to the whole Faith First Farm thing, you know? I think it'll help our business out a lot, and that's gonna go actually in the farm store itself.
So here's a billionaire investor. This is Barron, right? Ron Barron. And what he's saying is that if you just look at the bigger picture, you can see that your wealth deletes 5% of itself every single year. That is to say that the purchasing power of the United States dollar, the money that you have, the assets that you have invested in already, delete themselves by 5% every year. Prices are doubling every 10 to 12 years.
Now, the other one that I'm considering is $200, but this one, it also does ceramics, glass.
100% a year growth.
T-shirt press, tumbler press, hat press,
Now, they
plate
can double
press.
In 10 years, and the value of your money deletes itself by 15% every 15 years. I was just talking with some individuals local to me and some inside of my group, telling them that now is pretty much your last chance. Unless you're a lottery winner, whether you build a business that works in robotics, you get a grant from the United States government, or some other financial lottery. This is your last chance.
Actually, this one,
folks.
oh, that one's
Use it wisely.
160, but there's.
Get land if you can, even if it's.
See, I like the
quarter
fact
acre.
that this one's 160,
It ought
but
to be in a state where they don't charge
oh, there's only wait,
the
what?
outrageous property
It's
taxes.
only
be in a state
$15.90 a
with,
delivery.
with some sort of statewide
That's not
law
bad,
that doesn't
actually.
allow them to come take your property from you. Be in a state that allows you to defend yourself.
This
the
one's
dividing line.
160.
Have already been drawn. You're watching Full Spectrum Survival on YouTube. Please make sure that you are subscribed. Share this video with friends and family. Until tomorrow morning, please stay gray.
Oh, that's a 15 by
Keep facing.
12. I'd rather have the 15 by 15. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, so
The guy that I'm about to show you, his name.
we're
Maybe this give and take that Trump is offering Minnesota right now is just a ruse.
Um,
I'm about to show you a video from another federal officer involved shooting. This is with immigration enforcement. Federal agents were reportedly involved in this shoot.
all right, I did have these written down. I did not
Maybe this
get.
give and take that Trump is offering Minnesota right now.
I was
is
trying to
just
do
a ruse.
some of this at work. I mean, not
Existing
for
housing, people
videos.
that
I was
own
just
their
trying to
homes.
like
We're gonna keep that
have them in the
going.
background when I was by myself. Hi, whoever was there.
So there's Donald Trump saying that this exploded bubble housing market, this inflated, not what it's really worth housing market, will never come down, at least without a worldwide crash. Now, that's concerning to me because if housing doesn't come down, nothing else goes down, and it plays right into the you'll
I think
own
I'm still hungry.
nothing and be happy as a
Not
renter
sure.
for the rest of your life, globalist point of view. You see, if a house costs $500,000 to get into it, and they put you on a 30 at best year mortgage, you're going to pay around $1.2 million for that $500,000 house when you're done with that mortgage term. At what, $3,000 a month? Plus your housing insurance, plus your HOA fees, plus
The
everything else.
deviled eggs I
Only
made
the
are
top
gone.
5 to 8% can comfortably do that.
Oh, that's another thing. If any of you guys
Can do
that live
that.
around the area would like some deviled
The rest of
eggs,
the people inside of our country,
farm
be
fresh,
a renter the rest
homemade,
of their life. That
I will
house
make
will
them
not mean anything to them.
$5 for a dozen.
Somebody that didn't work very hard can buy a home. We're gonna get.
At
we're gonna make it
24
easier for
deviled
them to
eggs,
get insurance down.
12 deviled eggs, $5.
First time in their lives feel good about themselves. They feel like they've, that they're wealthy people. And I want them to understand that,
And we should have more eggs for sale next week. $3.50 a dozen. I might have to raise the price to $4.
Now, what that doesn't do for the American people is it doesn't help them with corrupt state and local tax. You see, if you have a $500,000 house, you're going to end up paying somewhere around $12,000 a year in property taxes in many states of our country.
I'll show you guys what I've been in the process of doing.
Will go just to the property tax to be allowed to have your house there. This is corruption blown out at its worst, folks. And I'm doing the doom scrolling so
I agree.
the family don't have to. Make sure you check back at 2 p.m. this afternoon for more breaking news and headlines from America. And
Okay, so that was from the 30th.
maybe this give and take that Trump
This is another one. We're just gonna skip that. All right, what's the most?
Isn't it funny that as soon as you start,
Okay, this was from yesterday. I'm just gonna skip the ones in between
isn't it
because
funny
we're
that
already
as soon as you
52
start
minutes in
mentioning
here,
whose
guys.
names were caught up in those files, your videos get canceled or deleted or demonetized or changed or not
Mhm.
published and not broadcast. And this isn't just YouTube. This is happening across multiple platforms.
I'm gonna show you
I don't
guys what
know
I've been
why
doing.
they are so afraid of their darkness coming out into the public. But folks, we just experienced it firsthand. You're also seeing this happen across multiple channels.
I am actually. I'm gonna pay for
creators stop
the
talking
Grow
about
Veg
their
Planner.
ways. The people who were damaging and harming children, the people who were trafficking
what I've been
people
doing.
all across our
And
world.
this right
Tyrants
here
and the elite
is for our
who did
garden
it
out
are
there,
not just nefarious,
our layered garden.
but outright
So
disgusting acts against other human beings. And so we do have this happening across our country. That's why we're putting out this extra broadcast today. Speaking of the scam that they are pressing upon us, instead of them making our country so that you don't have to work as many years, because remember, mom and dad, they're working now into their 70s and 80s. Now we have the Department of the US government's economics team saying that Americans need to work an extra year.
If we could get the average American, because they feel healthy, they're vital, they're strong,
Okay.
they have agency over their future.
So that
To
has
start
lima
working a
beans
year
and
earlier,
porridge.
right out of high school, or work a year later, not retire, or work better during their lifetime
Because I was
because they're
doing
healthy,
herbs on that row.
it would generate about $3 trillion. $3 trillion to the US economy.
So all they have to do is scan
I think
you
what
into
I'm gonna
working
do is lima
one
beans and
extra year,
peas
no
on
matter
this
where they
one.
can find that 12-month period.
Security is national security, and a country does not have sovereignty if we don't have control of our critical minerals, don't have control of our steel production and our industrial base. And thanks to the work of everyone here through your leadership, this was a public-private partnership that only you could assemble, and we are taking back our sovereignty, and we are going to have this Vault project, a strategic.
Now, what project that they are talking about there is America's control over the production, manipulation, and stockpiling of rare earth minerals. And they're doing this so that
Okay.
China cannot gain a further foothold against the
I'm
American
working on the
economy,
garden
which they have
planner.
us pretty much beat in the face. Here's
While this is in the background, I know people are probably at work, that kind of thing.
And they're not getting any nation. Mexico is going to cease sending them oil. So I'd like to.
I really like this garden planner.
You know, we have many people that came from Cuba that were thrown out of Cuba or that fled Cuba. They came over and ran. And it was many years ago. Many were.
How much power nurses
Okay,
have?
here's another nurse. No, I'm outright scared
I'm
now.
just gonna
folks.
do
I'm like, I need to take these tools.
I need
and
to
start,
get me
like,
a bunch
putting
more.
holes in my ears so that they think that I'm just piercing myself up. I don't know what I need to do so that they don't look at me and go, "Wow, you must be a Republican, you bald-headed dude with a beard," and they give me bad care. But listen to what these nurses are doing and saying.
This is terrible.
One of our own was just. Oh. We might be able to stop this somehow. Thoughts?
Good morning. Did you know most ICE agents don't wear their plates properly? I've seen it.
You know, as the type of ICU nurse I was cardiac ICU nurse. And I did a lot of oral.
What they're suggesting, because I can't stand to listen to this individual talk anymore. And you know what's interesting is that when people of a certain
Sorry, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm trying
amount of
to
anesthesiology,
let this play, let you guys, what's going on, that kind of thing.
how they should box themselves into a personality.
And I'm working on our garden
Pretty
planner
interesting,
for
but I can't
that.
stand what they are saying. They work at Midwest Express Clinic and a hospital nearby. What they're saying is that if you come into their position and you're bleeding, maybe they should just let you bleed the F out. Isn't that interesting? You won't find me going in anywhere like that.
People
really,
are
really very
terrible
soon.
nowadays.
Now, we are in a country in a position of war. Listen to what Pete Hegseth has to say about it. department, our job is to make
I
sure
actually
you
got it
can
right.
do your job as efficiently and decisively.
It's kind of tedious, but
Now you can
I don't
imagine.
mind it. I'm gonna try to open it up on here. Not right now.
Headquarters exist to move paper. The place where meetings exist to talk about other meetings. That's what the Pentagon can look like from the inside and the outside. Well, President Trump has directed us to overturn the way we are doing business. And that means not waiting years or spending tens of billions of dollars for some. What he goes on to say is that the Department of War must be ready to act as a wartime military operation today.
Whom and why, and also in this vein, does the White House still plan to issue an executive order banning mail-in voting, and what legal authority do you have to do that?
The White House is working on an executive order to shut down elections in this country and to ensure that there cannot be blatant
It's not like
fraud,
it
as we've
matters,
seen in
like-
California with their universal mail-in voting system. It's absolutely true that
That system is so corrupt and has been so corrupt for such a long time.
To the American populace.
Now that the Vice President Delcy Rodriguez is not a legitimate president of Venezuela?
Well, this is not about the legitimate president. We don't believe that this regime in place is legitimate via an election, and that's not just us. To deal with the people who had guns and the people who had control of the airports, we had to deal with them to achieve.
Yeah,
this
it's a little
objective,
bit tedious,
not
but
recognizing their legitimacy.
Marco Rubio is saying that the entire government of Venezuela is illegitimate and they'll just work with.
yeah, and sorry you guys.
they are seriously like attacking me.
We'll call 911 right now.
Yeah.
What's your location?
Call 911. I'm right at Jefferson.
So these guys come out of this vehicle, they pull their sidearms. I don't know whether they
Okay.
saw, I mean, who knows what this person could have. Who knows
See.
how they might have acted. They might have given the old Slipknot message to them visually.
Peas and
not
lima
on
beans.
camera. For one reason or another, federal enforcement officials here got out believing that they were in threat
Peas and
of their life or doing their
chamomile.
job.
I will not get out of the car.
They said that she is impeding a federal investigation. And what she's probably doing, and what all these people are doing, is they go follow these agents around. And they're out here to pick up a trafficker, a drug
I
dealer.
think I might go into my
somebody who,
tomatoes.
children off of the street and get them out of this country. And they go around to these people's houses looking for them, or their last positions of known positions,
What are you
looking for them. And these do-gooders are out here blowing their whistle.
Oh,
and doing
get
everything they
out.
can. Guys, this is no different.
Kitty trying to get up here.
Just knocked down an old lady in Walmart. And the cops were going to pick him up or her up. And everybody out there was telling him that the cops are here honking their horn and blocking the cops in and making sure that they couldn't do their job. Law and order must exist, or else you have nothing but chaos. All right, let's move forward. Here's your tax money hard at work. This is out.
No, get
Oregon
on.
teachers teaching children to become part of anti-ICE activism.
We're gonna go tomatoes.
And this is the problem. This is how you confuse entire generations. You can and look at the people who are doing this. These are the people who are certainly confusing these children about more just their political grade. And I want you and your family to be as prepared as you possibly can be. So until we see you tomorrow morning, stay safe.
Okay. So that was yesterday.
This video that I'm about to show you is yet another video of
Shoot, hold on.
European countries are not calling the United States of America concerned because Donald Trump is the president. They're calling and they're nervous because the entire economic game that has been running for decades is being not just exposed, but dismantled in real time.
All right, we're just gonna go to the one that was this morning and then go from there.
The President of the United States of America just drew a line in the sand, and this time, unlike presidents of our past, it is not just rhetorical, it's financial. The announcement that major sanctuary cities across the United States of America will begin losing federal funding is not a warning shot. This is a campaign level pressure system. It's one that's been building not just for the last couple of days, but for months and weeks. Sanctuary cities do not appear in the United States overnight. They are deliberately constructed as forceful political statements. These are jurisdictions.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but
in Michigan.
They will limit their cooperation with the federal government, including events regarding immigration enforcement. This means that local law enforcement is instructed not to adhere to federal laws, not to inquire about immigration
which I think
status,
is wrong.
not to report undocumented individuals to federal authorities, and under no circumstances are they allowed to participate in immigration detention unless required by their own laws. Now, the supporters of these sanctuary cities frame what is happening as humanitarian. Critics say it's a complete defiance of the structure of the United States government. Donald Trump's position is very clear. Immigration enforcement is not a state level option. It's foundational to American national security. The funding threat is not just random, it's targeted, directed squarely at cities that have openly resisted new federal immigration policy. They also, at the same time, continue to rely on US federal dollars to keep their systems running and their lights turned on. The immediate question that people are asking is whether the president actually has the power to do this. The argument from critics against it is very familiar. Congress controls the purse.
I really like this. Again, I'm going to be paying a subscription for this because it really does come in handy.
But that argument assumes that a clean, static system exists. And that's not how the US government is working in reality. Federal funding is not a single check that gets mailed out or wired once per year. It's a very complex, interwoven web of grants, programs, emergency funding.
Basically, they're planning on cutting funds to these sanctuary cities.
Require a continued re-upping of certification, continued cooperation, or continued eligibility.
So
others are able to be delayed or restructured, reinterpreted.
I didn't bring them in.
Those can be done through executive agency.
I don't
This
think.
is where the president of the United States of America's leverage begins to be shown. At the same time, the federal government is in the middle of corrupt.
No, I
budget
don't think I did.
negotiations. Funding bills have to pass. Shutdowns will come again and again. Democrats will decide to block or stall funding that is tied to
Could you do me a
immigration
favor?
enforcement. Republicans will,
What?
well, they'll simply
In the
to advance
kitchen
them.
is
And
those
that's the part that
protein
many
chip
people
thingies
are
that I
missing
bought.
right now. Government shutdowns.
There's one
don't
that should
require
be a
one
cheddar
side
and
to
sour
pass. They
cream.
require a one
It's a
side
blue bag.
to
There's also another
refuse.
blue bag that's a ranch. I don't want
We
that
have
one. I
seen
want the
this
cheddar and
movie
sour
before,
cream.
haven't we?
One.
Shutdowns become
Can I have
political
one of the orange
weapons.
ones?
Blame becomes an assigned
Why don't you
narrative.
take him to work?
Those
That's what I was
narratives
gonna
are
do.
built in.
That's
In
fine.
the
But go
meantime,
get me my
agencies, that what they
please and
solve,
thank you.
the funds freeze and pressure starts to build. Now, Trump has already signaled that the US government, as it stands right now, is willing to let pressure build. Another piece of the stress in Democrat-led sanctuary cities, unless local officials actually request for help. Now, that sounds to me like a false flag scam being set up.
We've got
But
a
it is
bunch
a
of stuff that
significant
could end up
shift
going
from past
down
interventions
real soon.
on
I need
some
to do.
economy. You have to hold all of your
I have to get a painting done
responsibility
today.
too. If cities want to
So
be
when
able
I
to
get
manage
done
their
with this
own
video, that's gonna have to
rest
be what
and
I'm gonna
public
have to do.
safety on their own terms, well,
I'm gonna have to start
They'll be allowed
working
to do so.
on the videos